This tired backyard is our blank canvas, and today we begin turning it into a beautiful living garden.
First, we clear the chaos, making room for structure, light, and the garden we imagined from the start. With the ground cleared, we map every bed and walkway so the whole garden feels balanced, natural, and inviting. Now the garden takes shape, as simple wooden frames begin defining the spaces where life will soon grow. Rich soil fills the beds, and the winding stone path finally gives this garden a clear heart and direction. With a quiet place to sit, the garden starts feeling like home, not just a project. The first greens go in, and suddenly the whole yard begins to feel alive. Now color arrives, and the garden starts showing the joy hidden inside all that hard work. From bare ground to a living garden, every step brought this backyard into beauty, abundance, and peace.
This empty backyard is about to become a beautiful, edible garden.
First, we clear every inch and reveal the space underneath.
Now we map the garden, so every section has a purpose.
Next, we build 2 raised beds for fresh greens right in the foreground. Now we layer in pots and greenery to give the backyard depth and warmth. This is the moment the build turns into a living, edible garden. From an empty yard to a beautiful backyard garden, every section now works together perfectly.
This empty backyard is about to become a clean, modern mini garden.
First, we clear everything so the real shape of the yard can finally show. A beautiful backyard starts with a smart layout and clear proportions.
Now the space feels cleaner, brighter, and ready for real construction.
With the main path in place, the garden finally starts to take shape. These raised beds create the clean structure that will hold the whole garden together. Now the space begins to feel livable, not just buildable. Greenery changes everything, even before the garden is fully planted. This is where the design turns into a real, living garden. From an empty patch of dirt to a beautiful backyard retreat, every detail now feels clean, calm, and alive.
This was all we had at the start. A tired, empty backyard with good bones, soft morning light, and just enough space for a dream.
Before we touched a single tool, we studied the space, measured every edge, and imagined a clean, modern garden rising from this rough ground.
The first real change was simple but powerful. Clear the chaos, open the ground, and let the backyard breathe again. Once the yard was clean, we shaped the foundation, leveling the earth, defining the lines, and turning an idea into something you could finally see. The path changed everything, a simple line of stone and gravel that suddenly gave the garden direction, balance, and a sense of arrival. Once the structure was in place, we added life, rich soil, young vegetables, herbs, berries, and the first real promise. This was the moment the garden softened. Vegetables for living, flowers for beauty, grasses for movement, every layer. A garden is never only about planting, it also needs a quiet place to sit, breathe, and feel the reward of
drinks. The last details changed the feeling completely. Clean lines, soft light, and just enough warmth to make the whole garden.
What began as a bare, forgotten backyard became a living room under the sky, a place to grow food, gather light,